Why some people age faster, slow, intense, then uplifting. Have you ever met someone who looks ageless? Not because of Botox or luck, but because they've cracked a code hidden in plain sight for thousands of years. Here's the truth no one wants to admit. Your face doesn't lie. It's a brutal, honest mirror of your mind. Stress ages you. Grudges carve lines. Curiosity fuels youth. What if I told you aging isn't about time? It's about energy. And the choice to stay young is yours won. The silent assassin. Stress. Stress isn't just a feeling. It's a silent assassin. It doesn't just steal your peace, it steals your youth. Every moment of tension, every sleepless night, every unresolved worry, it's all carving itself into your face. But here's what no one tells you. The people who stay young aren't stress-free. They've just mastered one thing: acceptance. Marcus Aurelius said it 2,000 years ago. You have power over your mind, not outside events. The difference between aging gracefully and aging miserably? Not what happens to you, but how you respond. A person screaming in traffic, face tense. A person breathing deeply, unfazed, turning up music. One floods their body with cortisol, the other chooses peace. Which one are you? Second, rigidity versus flow. The hidden accelerator of aging. Your body isn't just aging, it's keeping receipts. Every time you resist change, every time you cling to the past, you're not just holding on to old grudges, you're holding on to old cells. People who resist change don't just look older, their cells literally age faster. But those who flow, their biology rewards them. The Stoics knew this 2,000 years ago. Epictetus, a former slave, wrote, "It's not what happens to you, but how you take it." He wasn't preaching passivity. He was teaching survival. A middle-aged man yelling at a smartphone face flushed. A silver-haired woman laughing as her grandkid teaches her TikTok dances. One is fossilizing, the other is thriving. Both are the same age. 3. The curiosity. Lifeline. Your brain's anti-aging serum. This is the great lie about aging, that your brain must slow down. That curiosity is for children. Neuroscience says otherwise. When you learn something new, whether it's Portuguese or pottery, your brain does something miraculous. It physically rewires itself. Dendrites branch like lightning. Gray matter thickens. This isn't metaphor, it's biology. The greatest minds in history knew this. Da Vinci died with a half-finished notebook by his bed. Not because he was behind, because he was still hungry. A 30-year-old sighing, "I'm too old for this," while struggling with a smartphone. An 80-year-old grandmother mastering video editing for her travel vlog age doesn't dictate your decline. Your boredom does. Here's your prescription. One new question daily, not for productivity, for survival. Ask, how does this work? Why is that beautiful? What if I tried? Your brain doesn't wear out from use, it rusts from neglect. Oil it with wonder. The weight of unspoken emotions. The invisible age accelerator. There's a poison that ages you faster than stress, faster than time. And you might be drinking it every single day. Unprocessed emotions don't disappear. They calcify. They settle into your shoulders. They etch themselves into your forehead. They steal the light from your eyes. Medical researchers at Harvard found suppressed anger increases inflammation by 40%. Chronic sadness weakens your immune system. Unspoken grief literally shortens your telomeres. But here's the miracle. Emotional release doesn't just heal your mind, It reverses aging at a cellular level. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. A man clenching his jaw at dinner, pretending everything's fine while his knuckles whiten around his fork. The same man later that night, writing furiously in a journal, his body visibly unwinding with each sentence. The Stoics weren't telling us to suppress emotions. They were teaching us to transform them. Your face is a ledger. Every feeling you've ever refused to feel is still waiting to be accounted for. The oldest souls don't look weathered, they look wise. The difference? One carries their pain. The other has released it. 5. Your circle dictates your youth, the social accelerant of aging. You are not just what you eat. You are who you listen to. Brain scan glowing red as someone hears criticism. Brain scan pulsing blue as someone hears encouragement. UCLA research proves negative conversations trigger cortisol spikes equal to a physical threat. Positive ones release oxytocin, nature's anti-aging hormone. Seneca warned Nero about toxic company 2,000 years ago. The emperor didn't listen and died age 30, paranoid and decrepit. A 35-year-old slumped at a bar with complainers, face puffy. The same person hiking with adventurous friends, looking 10 years younger. Your friends' words don't just enter your ears. They alter your epigenetics. The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you. Epictetus, left hand catching falling sand, time slipping. Right hand catching a friend's helping hand, time reversing. Choose who holds your tomorrows. 6. Purpose, the ultimate elixir of youth. The oldest bodies don't break down from time. They give up from lack of reason. A retired brain showing metabolic decline. A 100-year-old violinist's brain lit up like a supernova, Yale researchers found. People with purpose maintain 30% sharper memory and age 50% slower. Not because of genes, but because of meaning. Marcus Aurelius ruled Rome's chaos by repeating daily, "What is my role today?" Not for productivity, for survival. A 45-year-old counting days to retirement, face slack, an 82-year-old midwife still delivering babies, eyes gleaming. Retirement isn't an age, it's a surrender. As long as you live, keep learning how to live. Seneca wrinkled hands planting seeds in time flowers, sprouting saplings, fruit bursting ripe, and aged calligrapher's brushstrokes forming the word now with liquid gold. Purpose isn't found, it's forged, one burning why at a time. 7. The grudge tax, how resentment steals your tomorrows. There's a price your body pays every time you replay that argument, every time you feed an old wound. And the receipt always comes due. High blood pressure, weakened immunity, cellular decay. Stanford studies prove holding a grudge for just 5 minutes stresses your heart more than running a mile. When Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy," he wasn't preaching morality, he was prescribing survival. Does holding this serve my peace or poison it? Epictetus. A hand burns old letters in a fire pit. The flames morph into monarch butterflies. The hourglass flips, now filled with healing lavender instead of nails. Letting go isn't about them. It's about reclaiming you, the choice that defies time. Every wrinkle tells a story, but now you know, those stories aren't just written by time, they're carved by stress, fossilized by rigidity, inked with unshed tears. The clenched jaw finally relaxing, the hesitant hands learning to paint, the old letters burning to ash. The Stoics weren't just philosophers, they were time alchemists. They discovered what science now proves. Youth isn't found in your birth year, but in your daily rebellion against decay. So here's your invitation, not to immortality, but to vitality. Not to never aging, but to aging like wine instead of milk. Subscribe my channel to watch more interesting videos